28 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Wednesday, the 13th day of May, 2026. Of course, Gordon Joseph in your company. Good morning, good morning. Let's do this. It's indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. Good morning, good morning. Let's do this. Chanta Sama Day. Yeah. Good morning to Robert and Jean Clement out there in La Poterie. Lauren Salim, good morning to you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Let's do this. Let's start it right. Good. There's no better way to start the day. You know that, right? Being thankful, as Lauren will tell you, gratitude is a must. Here's Wednesday's blessings and release. We turn it all over to you. Heavenly Father, I give everything over to you. Help me to leave it in your hands and rest on your promise to give me rest. Today I choose joy because you are in control. I declare great things are going to happen today. Favor, abundance, financial blessings, pressed down, shaken together, and running over into our hands. Joy, into our hands. Joy, your overflowing of love. Oh Lord, I give you praise, for you alone are worthy. Take over this day, my mind, thoughts, and heart. I give you all the praise, honor, and glory. In Jesus' precious name. Amen, amen, amen. Tonton, good morning. Yep. Let's continue. He usually sends two. And, right. May this Wednesday remind you that your future is secure in God's hands. Keep hoping. Keep trusting. God has a beautiful plan ahead. There is surely a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off. That's from Proverbs 23 and verse 18. Have a great day. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Good morning to you, Petlin. Good morning to the wonderful folks inside of Munich and Mama Can. Ras Jinga, good morning to you. Rags and family. Mami Lyris, good morning to you. Ras Tiba and family. Moyaki, good morning. Hope you all are doing well. Yeah, hope you all are having a great time. Folks, again, let me reiterate this. I urge us to be prepared in preparatory mode for the hurricane season. Already the international weather channels are showing it's going to be active. There are a number of storms headed towards the Caribbean already. I understand Guyana and some parts of Trinidad will, there's the likelihood of flooding. All right. There hasn't been any forecast for us as yet, but we have to be prepared. You've got to prepare yourself, as Blossom would say. Morning to you, Blossom and family. Yulin Alexander, Mildred Smith, Jillian McIntyre, Gracelyn Buckmeyer, Sylvina Charles. Who else is here with us? Joan Brathwaite Batson, Danley Alexis. You early this morning, bro. All right. Mildred. All right. Yolan Swan. A pleasant good morning to you and to all who takes out to listen to your live program every morning. Welcome to all. Thanks, Yolan. How is Upper St. John doing this morning? How is Bevan and Bevan? Yeah, give Carl my regards. Eggies and Smith and Chief, good morning. Hope you all are doing well. Yeah. Today, I want you to be reassured that nothing that happens to you in life is a surprise to God. It's all part of His plan. There are some unpleasant things that will happen. He doesn't make them happen, but He allows them to happen so that He can show up in a big way. You understand what I'm saying? When you feel that, this is it. There's nowhere else to turn. I've got nowhere else to go. This is it. You throw in the towel, but in your humility, He looks at that and He says, come forth. Yeah, that's how He works. Michelle Bernard, good morning to you. Destined to win overcomer. Right, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Uncle Tilly, good morning. Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, good morning to you and the family. All the politicians, good morning. My good friend, Pastor Stanford Simon. Yeah, good morning. As we head into the word of the day today, that word today is allocate. Allocate. A-L-L-O-C-A-T-E. A-L-L-O-C-A-T-E. Allocate. And it means to set aside for a purpose. Yeah, allocate. You hear that all the time in budgets. Yeah, yep. Allocate. That's the word of the day. To set aside for a purpose. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Funds were allocated for repairs. Yeah, good morning to the folks at FCL. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, funds were allocated for repairs and maintenance and management. Yeah, you got to do that. Don't just construct a building and think that it's going to go on forever. You've got to maintain, you've got to manage it. Yeah, good. Did you know that? More than a conqueror you are. Tell the evil forces that are trying to keep you down and trying to steal your joy, they can't. You know why? Because He promised that weeping may endure for a night. But what? There's another part to that statement. Joy cometh in the morning. Good morning, Joy. Lovey.
In you, Lord Jesus.
Yeah. 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock to all the busmen of the nation, the busmen, the drivers, the conductors, the passengers. Zai, good morning. What's up, Papi? Red hot. There's a passenger that is my good friend. Secure. Good morning, Secure. How are you doing?
Almighty, for you are the one.
Saying good morning to your hometown, Chocolate City, the Cocoa Paradise.
And with my voice,
Yeah. The motivational tip of the day is up next. Jillian McIntyre, good morning, my dearie.
breaks it on you.
Where's Monica Merose Williams? I'm not seeing you. Good morning. I hope you're fine, right?
And do all things through Christ.
The St. Louis family in Moya. Good morning, Joy and Janice.
That's why
And your dear sister in Balthazar. Good morning. Mike Noel, the Banana Man. Good morning. And I'm going next door and say good morning to Father Pierre. Good morning, Deacon Pierre, Godric Pierre and family.
Jesus,
Give Beville my regards, all right?
glorious, 'cause that's who I
GP, good morning.
in you, oh Lord.
The folks inside of Laborie, good morning.
I look in the mirror,
Mr. Loverman.
fearfully and wonderfully.
Listen to me. This one is so wonderful this morning. Trying to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud.
So no matter what trouble,
Yeah, try to be a rainbow. Try to bring some hope, some joy, some light, something good to someone, and just change. Change from this mentality of pulling down people. The crabism kind of thing. I always say, because I repeated it from, wise folks, the aged folks, if you've got nothing good to say, then just shut up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, be wise, listen more, talk less.
us.
18 minutes on to 7 o'clock. What's buzzing this morning? All right, the responsible AI use and CXC allowed in school-based assessment. That's in SBAs. So SBA students can now use AI, but it is being monitored properly. In the region, Cuban ambassador reaffirms country's commitment to medical cooperation. That's for Guyana. Internationally, no sign of larger hantavirus outbreak. So says UN Health Agency. And in sports, construction has officially commenced on phase 1 of the GFA Technical Center. Big things are going in St. Dave and St. Andrew, Simoon to be precise. Good morning, Susan, Douglas and family, the entire Douglas family. Claude, good morning. What's up, bro? You keep promising to come by me and spend a morning with me and talk politics and psychology and sociology and so forth, and you keep not showing up. We'll have a bone to suck, you know, Claude. You don't do that to me. Good morning, my good friend, Mr. Roderick St. Clair, rather. Roderick St. Clair. Paggy, that's how we lovingly call him. Nice. Yeah. Tanti Marcy and the folks from Care Bears. Good morning. Keisha, Khalid, the entire posse there. Good morning, German. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
That's who I am in you.
Choose my toilet paper, made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish space off Harbor Bay, super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Get ready for the mother of all bingos, because Sunday, May 17th, the entire nation will be heading to the National Cricket Stadium for the massive Mega Force promotions, Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. It all goes down from 5 p.m. and this year you can win not 1, not 2, but 3 hybrid cars. We're talking a Suzuki Ignis, a Subaru XV, and a Honda Vizzle. But that's not all. You can also get a chance to win $30,000 in cash. Grab your tickets now. $60 for one or $100 for two. And did I mention free buses will be available island-wide? This is the event no one should miss. Sunday, May 17th, Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. National Cricket Stadium, we're coming. Brought to you by Caribbean. It's the way we play.
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458. But hurry, registration close April the 30th. Don't wait. Bring your fire, bring your flavor, and bring your A game. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026, where champions are.
The This is the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, 13th May 2026. In the headlines, the responsible AI use in CXC allowed in school-based assessment. A Cuban ambassador reaffirms country's commitment to medical cooperation. Internationally, no sign of larger hantavirus outbreak, says UN Health Agency. And in sports, construction has officially commenced on phase 1 of the GFA Technical Center. The details to these and more are straight ahead.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS. Land ownership. Tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
As we look ahead to 2026, we're committed to elevating Grenada's presence on the global stage. Our integrated tactical focus includes media relations, travel trade engagement, sales activation, and digital campaigns. These efforts are designed to ensure visibility and establish leadership in our niche pillar marketing. We invite you to join us on this journey by supporting our initiatives and sharing the beauty of our tri-island state with the world. Together, we can make 2026 a year of growth and success for our islands. Whether you're a local stakeholder, a travel enthusiast, or someone who simply loves Grenada, your involvement is crucial to our success. Thank you for your continued support. Let's make 2026 a year to remember.
A good Wednesday morning, everyone. With the details to the news, I'm Gordon Joseph. As we say, welcome to Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM. In the local news, the Caribbean Examinations Council, the CXC, says its approach to the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, in school-based assessments will be guided by fairness and human judgment while encouraging students to use AI responsibly. In a recent video statement, CXC Director of Operations Dr. Nicole Manning assured students, teachers, and parents that AI detection software will not be the sole factor used in determining whether academic dishonesty has occurred. We have more in this.
It is well documented that AI detection tools are not infallible. These tools work by analyzing patterns in writing, sentence construction, word probability distributions, stylistic markers, and they compare these against statistical models of what AI-generated text tends to look like. But we know, for instance, that language is nuanced. A highly proficient student may write in a way that resembles AI output, and conversely, AI text can be edited to evade detection. CXC took all of this into consideration when we wrote the CXC standards and guidelines for the use of AI in assessment for the regional secondary education system.
As CXC said, students may use AI tools to help understand concepts, brainstorm ideas, and explain difficult topics, but any use of AI must be properly disclosed and cited in submitted SBAs along with an originality report.
CXC does not and will not rely solely on AI detection software to make determinations about your work. Your teachers know you. Over the many months and semesters under their tutelage, They would have observed and assessed your thinking, analytical skills, ways of communication, and other skills unique to each of you. They have seen your drafts, your revisions, received your questions, and guided you accordingly. They are best positioned to recognize when submitting work genuinely reflects a student's voice, understanding, and effort, or when it doesn't. And so, that teacher-student relationship is and will remain central to how CXC moderates and assesses school-based assessments.
The examinations body warned that work generated wholly or significantly by AI will be treated as academic dishonesty and addressed under existing irregularities procedures involving the student, teacher, and school principal. CXC also pledged continued support and training for teachers as schools across the Caribbean adapt to the growing use of AI in education. The Sister Isle of Petite Martinique is preparing for a busy and festive weekend as activities for the 2026 Whitsuntide celebrations get underway from May 22nd to 25th. This year's celebrations will be held under the theme Anchor in Hope, Sailing Forward After the Storm, reflecting the resilience and cultural strength of the people of Petite Martinique following recent challenges. Organizers say the annual event will feature a packed schedule of cultural and community activities aimed at celebrating the island's rich maritime heritage and traditions. Speaking on the upcoming festivities, organizer Terence Logan highlighted several of the major events planned for the 4-day celebration, noting that residents and visitors can expect entertainment, cultural showcases, and community gatherings throughout the weekend.
The lineup is from the 22nd to the 25th of May. On Friday, the 22nd of May, we have the grand opening ceremony and welcome party, where we have remarks from government officials, sponsors. We also have the flambeau procession. We have the cultural procession from different groups within the Grenadines and Grenada. We have also 2 bands who will be performing. We have our local band, the Culture Train, and Mystic from Grenada. On the 2nd, the 23rd of May, that is Saturday, we dub Anchor of Hope Sea Day. Everything will be on the sea this year. We start off with the all-white celebrity cruise, which starts in Petite Martinique at 11 and sail down to Tyrrell Bay for 1 and sail back up to Petite Martinique, the harbour, and ends at Petite Martinique at 6, where cruisers will be able to participate in the evening event.
Logan also revealed that special recognition will be given to the island's boat builders, a craft deeply rooted in Petite Martinique's history and identity. Tribute will also be paid to deceased boat builders whose contributions helped shape the island's long-standing reputation for boat building across the Caribbean.
On that day as well, we also begins the sailing aspect of the regatta. We have sailing on that day, all class of sea sailing, and also onshore activities. In the evening at around 6 p.m., there we have the event we call Light in the Sea, where we illuminate the sea. So we have the boats in the harbor will be lit. We have lanterns that we release into the sea, which signify hope that the Regatta Festival will rise again, which also will be honoring our fallen soldiers like the founders, the sailors, the boat builders, and so on. And we end with a party with bands and DJs and so on. On Sunday, the 24th of May, we begins with sailing at 11. We have 2 races that day with all the classes as well, with onshore activities. But at 4 o'clock, we start with a read and wave segment where we have band performance, artist performance. We have also the DJs and so on performing on that day. But at 7 o'clock, we have the prize giving ceremony at 7. And after that, we party until 4 in the morning, where it begins our Juve Petit Martinique Premium Juve, which starts at 4 and will go up to 12.
The Whitsuntide celebrations remain one of Petit Martinique's most anticipated annual events, drawing patrons from across Grenada, Carriacou, and the wider region. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. In the region, Cuba's ambassador to Guyana, Jorge Francisco Saberon Luis, has reaffirmed Havana's unwavering dedication to medical collaboration in Guyana, even as the bilateral medical cooperation agreement remains defunct following the Guyanese government's decision not to renew it. We have more from this HGP-TV report.
The Cuban medical mission, a long-standing symbol of Cuba's international medical diplomacy, played a significant role in providing healthcare services and medical expertise to Ghana. Its withdrawal marked a notable shift, but did not signal an end to Cuba's willingness to collaborate in the healthcare sector. Ambassador Jorge Soberon Luis, during an exclusive interview with Nightly News, emphasized that Cuba remains open to dialogue and partnership opportunities to continue supporting Ghana's healthcare system.
It has been a very meaningful contribution. I have to point out that our medical personnel was positioned in all the 10 regions of Guyana. So they were very committed. They made a lot of sacrifices and efforts in order to give their best to the people of Guyana.
The Cuban medical cooperation included training and knowledge exchange, influencing future agreements with Ghana. The diplomat provided statistics on the recently concluded Cuban Medical Brigade, which had significantly impacted Ghana's healthcare systems.
They also did more than 284,000 surgeries. Also, 60,000 and more Guyanese children were born with the assistance and with the presence of our medical personnel.
Ambassador Louis expressed readiness to explore renewed framework to address concerns that led to an abrupt end to the agreement. The Cuban ambassador told this media outlet that he has clearly communicated the Hispanic nation's intention to maintain and potentially deepen medical cooperation with Ghana. He however noted that the decision lies solely at the feet of Guyanese policymakers.
Has the government of Cuba reached out to the Guyanese government regarding the recent actions that were taken to disband the Cuban Medical Brigade?
We continue to have a permanent communication and interaction with government of Guyana regarding all areas possible for collaboration.
Ambassador Lee emphasized Cuba's commitment to global health collaboration and its partnership with Ghana in the medical field.
Looking further afield, federal prosecutors have filed criminal charges against the owner of the cargo ship Dali 2 years after the vessel struck Baltimore's Key Bridge, causing its collapse and killing 6 people. Synergy Marine, the company that operated the ship, along with one of its employees, has been charged with conspiracy, obstruction, and misconduct, resulting in death, among other offenses. Prosecutors allege the company misled investigators about conditions on the ship and failed to disclose hazards and other safety concerns to the U.S. Coast Guard. A spokesperson for Synergy said the company will defend against these allegations with vigor. And finally, there is no sign of a larger hantavirus outbreak after the evacuation of the last passengers from a disease-stricken cruise ship, the head of the UN Health Agency has said. But the World Health Organization's chief, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, have warned the situation could change and there could still be more confirmed virus cases. The MV Hondius left Spain's Tenerife island on Monday and is sailing to the Dutch port of Rotterdam. 2 flights with the final group of 28 passengers landed in nearby Eindhoven on Tuesday. 3 people have died after traveling on the ship. An American and a French national who previously returned home have tested positive. Overall, 7 cases have been confirmed. 12 employees at a Dutch hospital are now in quarantine over possible exposure to the virus after treating one of the evacuated passengers. That concludes the regional and international segment of news. Stay with us. The sports straight ahead. It's 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning, sporting fans. The GFA dominates this morning, and it says that construction has officially commenced on phase 1 of the GFA Technical Center located in Simoon, St. Andrew. This milestone marks a significant step forward in the association's commitment to advancing football infrastructure and providing world-class facilities for players and coaches across the nation. According to a release from the GFA, Phase 1 of the project is currently underway with site development activities focused on foundational preparation. Technical teams are currently executing essential groundwork, including soil filling, lifting, and thorough compaction. Furthermore, the installation of comprehensive drainage systems is being prioritized to ensure that long-term integrity and sustainability of the grounds. There will be further updates as the project transitions into subsequent phases. That's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports in our luncheon and primetime newscasts. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and nice. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherished Spring Soft Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Jonathan Price at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Wednesday the 13th of May 2026, as recorded at the Mount Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair with showers in the vicinity. Winds are coming from the east at 14 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1016.2 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 28.4 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.7 degrees Celsius and a minimum last night 27.4 degrees Celsius. Only a trace of rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 1.3 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, becoming fair at times with brief morning and nighttime showers. Today's max will be 31 degrees Celsius with winds easterly to southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas will be moderate to rough with waves 5 to 8 feet in easterly swells, hence a marine advisory is in effect. High tide will be at 12:30 p.m. and low tide at 6 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:23 and sunrise at 5:43. Just to repeat the public forecast for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, becoming fair at times with brief morning and nighttime showers. And once again, a marine advisory is in effect. From the forecast of Mount Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Jonathan, just before your run-off, right? I've been looking at some of the international weather channels as always, and I can't remember the name of the guy, but he says that he said that there are a number of tropical storms already headed towards the Caribbean. As a matter of fact, Venezuela and Guyana, parts of Trinidad should be affected with some heavy rains even at this time. Is that correct?
That information is not correct, and once again I urge the public to only listen to weather forecast sent out from the Met Office. I haven't myself encountered that post you're referring to, but there are no tropical storms active in the Atlantic Basin at this time.
Oh, so you've seen the post that I'm talking about as well?
No, I'm saying I've not seen the post.
Okay, all right, yeah. There's a weather channel with this guy. I think he's based out of Miami, and he usually does this thing. So this morning I I was looking at it and I'm saying, wow, you know. Okay, well, thanks for the clarification.
No problem.
Have a good one. Folks, that has been the weather forecast. It came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Hi, I'm Francis Urias Peters, inviting you to join us at the Grenada Trade Center Saturday, May 16 for a grand concert to assist Cuba in the humanitarian crisis. Performances from top poets, drummers, calypsonians, dancers, storytellers, and dramatists. Tickets from Grenadian Optical in St. George's and Spiceland Mall and at the door at $50. Grateful Grenada gives back to Cuba with this grand fundraising concert at the Grenada Trade Center this Saturday, May 16 at 7 p.m. See you there.
It's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock, and to end the news, a recap of the headlines. The responsible use of AI is allowed in CXC school-based assessments. A Cuban ambassador reaffirms country's commitment to medical cooperation. Internationally, no sign of larger hantavirus outbreak, says UN Health Agency. And in sports, construction has officially commenced on phase 1 of the GFA Technical Center. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, 13th May 2026. On behalf of the entire news department and everyone who made the newscast possible, I'm Gordon Joseph saying thank you for viewing and listening to Graphics and the Steam from Hot 98 FM. Thank you for sharing your time with us this morning. And I'm still inviting you to stick and stay with the network because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. Have a good day, everybody.
At 5 p.m. on August 5th, 1944, the schooner Island Queen sailed out of the St. George's Harbor. On board were some of Grenada's brightest and best sons and daughters. What happened afterwards remains a mystery.
Where Island Queen gone?
Heritage Theatre Company presents Lucy's Straw Hat, a full-length drama written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, a moving story about a family caught up in the drama of this great mystery. Meet Hyacinth, haunted and always ready to do mischief.
Rich man, he'll make him sign for you?
Lucy, beautiful and headstrong.
I had a dream, Mommy, that Hyacinth was there, holding my hand.
Lucy's Straw Hat at Grenada Trade Center on Saturday 13th and Sunday 14th June, and at Deluxe Cinema on Saturday 20th and Sunday 21st June. Advance tickets $60, $75 at the door. Come join us.
Where Island Queen gone?
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
Hi, I'm Francis Urias Peters, inviting you to join us at the Grenada Trade Center Saturday, May 16 for a grand concert to assist Cuba in the humanitarian crisis. Performances from top poets, drummers, calypsonians, dancers, storytellers, and dramatists. Tickets from Grenadian Optical in St. George's and Spiceland Mall and at the door at $50. Grateful Grenada gives back to Cuba with this grand fundraising concert at the Grenada Trade Center this Saturday, May 16 at 7 p.m. See you there.
Picture this, a tangerine-colored sunset, cool tropical breeze, and a plate full of perfection. Sunday, May 24th, the day before the holiday. Grenada, get ready to live your best life at Unbothered Brunch, the tropical tangerine edition. We are taking over the Ariza car park from 4 p.m. It's going to be a vibe you can't replicate. Featuring live performances by Rita and the Ultimate Perfection Band, the Fahrenheit Band, and the Groovy Master himself, Short Pre. Keeping the energy going. Get ready for Kingpin and Graphic Sounds. Here's the best part. This is a food-inclusive event, so come hungry and leave happy. Tickets are just $150. Grab yours now at gotofet.com or any authorized outlet. Sunday, May 24th, we're outside for Unbothered Brunch, the Tropical Tangerine Edition.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
All right, folks, it's 15 minutes gone past 7 o'clock, and at this time I'm happy to join Sergeant Troy Paul, the man for the traffic report. Good morning.
A pleasant morning to you and also to all our listeners this morning. And it's always a pleasure to let persons know what is happening traffic-wise. And nonetheless, we're going to dive right into it because we do have some footage this morning. that we're going to show people, persons, and let them know what is happening, especially in the south of the island, but more so traffic-wise in the Trial State of Grenada, Carriacou, and Specie Martinique at this particular time is moderately flowing, with the exception of a few areas which we normally would have these a little heavier traffic than normal on mornings. But as we do focus in the area of the south of the island as we come right up to the town of St. George's. So far we started in the area of Grandams, and most of the areas coming up we do have a light to moderate flow of traffic as we focusing right now in the area of the Kirani James Boulevard. So we're seeing here that traffic is nicely flowing, coming up in both directions as we take a closer look right now as we focus a little bit on the area of there where we're here right now at the that's in Frantic roundabout Port Highway area. Traffic is still flowing nicely, no unnecessary obstruction. So we're taking a closer look at the Lotus Lane area and we start seeing a little movement there. So we're seeing traffic here moderately flowing, nothing to be alarmed of at this moment. So definitely we're seeing nice moving traffic along that area as well. So from the south of the island, Grenada's come right up. We're seeing that traffic is flowing smoothly. As we do have a closer look at traffic at the Locust Street roundabout area, that traffic that is coming from the St. Paul's direction, we're seeing here that we already start seeing a heavier movement than normal as to the rest of the flow for the rest of the areas. So we're seeing here that traffic already starts past the Banhouse, Panji areas heading up back that direction. So it's already, so it's one of the areas that we would normally see traffic on a morning time with no exception of this morning. So persons, if you're seeing this view this morning or you listening to the sound of my voice, please be mindful already. If you're coming up from that direction, traffic already starts backing up in the area. As we move away from that and head down onto Lucas Street, we're seeing here traffic is nicely moderately flowing as well in that area. No unnecessary obstruction at this particular time. So that is a plus and a good thing at the moment. But we know what happens as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. This traffic situation will definitely change. So as we now change direction and focus on traffic, you're seeing here that traffic coming out from the Cemetery Hill direction, nicely flowing as well onto Old Fort. And the Western Corridor, we're having a look here. That we have a focus on Queen's Park Public Road. Traffic is moderately flowing in there as well, coming out from the Cherry Hill direction, and most of these traffic comes from the north of the island, from Sotels, St. Patrick, come right down, go off, pass through, and all the way to St. George. And at this particular time, it's moderately flowing. We trust that most of the traffic are on their way coming down. So we head on over to traffic coming from the Grande Tank direction, and we're seeing here that traffic already starts building up on that side. So we have traffic just past after Caribbean Agro heading out on that corner there. So it's have the potential to build. It's at this particular time moderately flowing there with the potential to build as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. So persons, if you're coming out from that side, we already start seeing some traffic movement on that side as well. So we change focus and move over to other areas so that we can have an appreciation. So we're seeing here 10P Public Road, moderately flowing as well. Traffic flowing nicely there. That is traffic coming out from the 10P Mount Parnassus direction. So from that side, no unnecessary obstruction in that area as well. So we did that appreciation of most of the areas. We're going to just take a little focus right back to the accident state for the past 24 hours. And we're seeing here that we had a total of 9 minor accidents reported for the past 24 hours. And they are as follows. The traffic department reported a total of 3 minor accidents at traffic headquarters. South had 3 as well. With one of those, we do have some injuries, especially the one at Queen's Park area. Also, the traffic Grenville reported 1 minor. The Terrace reported 1 minor. And also St. Paul's joined that race as well, reporting 1 minor as well, giving us a total of 9 9 minor accidents in total. Again, it is my moment where I would like to tell persons or advise persons, inform persons that we definitely have to drive in a manner that is conducive for our road conditions, and also driving so that we drive not for ourselves but for other road users as well, because we are not the only one using the road network at this particular time. So it is that on that notion, drivers must be prudent while using the road network. We cannot stop employ on drivers as to their responsibility when using the road. Make sure that everything is properly checked before leaving home, and we did all that we can to avoid these unnecessary accidents in the trial state of Grenada. As we try to start our seek a reduction in the number of reported accidents, as we normally say, you have a big obligation as a driver, so let us not lose focus, especially when on the road. So we definitely head back as we focus a little more on the traffic state there. We're seeing a little obstruction. Well, it's moving as well. So as we will take a closer look here, it's flowing now. I believe one vehicle just had that reach there, but the traffic is flowing nicely as well in that area. So nothing to be alarmed of as we focus in most of the year. So we're definitely seeing that the traffic situation started changing as we get closer to the 8 o'clock. So it definitely means that we do have a change in our shift in the traffic state as we get closer to 8 o'clock hour. So, persons, if you know you have not left home as yet, please do so to avoid those traffic rush on a morning time. And we know what happened, so we definitely would have officers in certain areas to assist in regulating of those traffic flow. But most of we want us to keep home earlier, so to avoid getting stuck in those traffic congestions. So we had a focus, we had a close look at most of the areas. So we see here that St. Paul's traffic coming from that area started increasing, and most of the areas we had a slight increase as we started with reporting. So definitely we're seeing an increase in movement at this particular time, and which it will definitely get heavier as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. So as we try to wrap things up this morning, we do have one funeral in the Boulder area, which starts at 12 noon today. So persons heading on, traveling on that direction, we know what to expect. In addition to that, now as a project is in that area, which we anticipate a change in shape in traffic, but however, we await instructions. So persons traveling in that direction should expect some delays today and going back for the rest of the week. And that is all we have for persons this morning. Anything from you this morning before we wrap things up?
Not necessarily normal, just reminding especially truck drivers and so forth when you're traveling and carrying a load, especially gravel or aggregates. If they do spill, ensure that you do the courteous thing and clean up that area that they spilled, because it can lead to accidents. And drivers and road users, just be cautious. I'm seeing too many white markings on the nation's roads.
Absolutely. One too many.
Yeah, that's it from my end. I do hope that you have a great day. I'll give you the permission to ask that question this morning, as we always do.
And that question, as we anticipate, if you are texting or doing anything else while you should be driving or maneuvering that vehicle,
then who's doing it?
Is, who is driving?
Who's doing it? Who's doing the driving? If you're talking and making all sorts of what the age folks would say, making all sorts of makaki. who's driving? Thank you, Sergeant Paul. You and your department have a great day, and we look forward to another program tomorrow morning, God's will.
Absolutely, and thanks for having us as well.
Have a great one. Folks, that's the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break and we come back with the conversation. It's Wednesday, 26 minutes after 7 o'clock.
Zara Forsyth. I'm one of the teachers at Star Academy. I am happy to say that Star Academy will be participating in the GBN Junior King of the Grill competition. We hope to see the community come out and support us. We have a variety of foods preparing for that day. We are coming to win that cooker, so please come and see the children showcasing their culinary skills. See you on the 30th of May.
I'm Anama Queen. I'm Zenobia Durst. I am Rodonna Park. And we will be representing Star Academy for the GBN King of the Grill competition. We will be making a delicious seafood broth, and we encourage the public to come and support us. See you there.
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458. But hurry, registration close April the 30th. Don't wait. Bring your fire, bring your flavor, and bring your A game. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026, where champions are made on the grill.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
The Ministry of Agriculture White Potato Production Initiative is an OECS sub-regional project aimed at reducing Grenada's reliance on imported white potatoes, which in 2025 had an imported value of over 4.5 million EC dollars. The White Potato Production Initiative is part of the Ministry of Agriculture's food security drive and is being undertaken with the simultaneous cultivation of other crops such as sweet potatoes, pineapples, coconuts, carrots, and other vegetables. Other OECS countries like Dominica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are already at an advanced stage in white potato production, with Dominica completely cutting the import of white potatoes during the first quarter of 2026. Grenada is now preparing to advance production for better output in 2027. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, ensuring food and nutrition security for all.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just EC $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise.
Welcome, viewers and listeners. It's 29 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and on Wednesdays, it's Rise's Money Wise program. I'm joined this morning again by my good friend, Josephine George. Good morning and welcome.
Morning. Thank you.
How are you doing this morning?
Pretty good. How are you?
I am alive and so thankful. All right. So we want to get straight into the program this morning. We're looking at, we're hearing a lot in recent times about credit checks and all this kind of thing coming into place as it relates to, people's financial status and so forth. So we're getting into it. When we hear about that, what exactly is a credit bureau?
Well, quite frankly, as you said, we're hearing a lot about it. This has been around for eons. It probably didn't reach Grenada until maybe August of last year.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we onboarded in October. So credit checks, you can do credit checks in different ways. So it's not as if there weren't credit checks before the credit bureau was introduced, but it's tedious, it's time consuming, and you'll have to call somebody in another financial institution. So consider how many financial institutions and other lending institutions that we have. If you have to call around to all of them to find out about the background of every member, every customer, that's going to be time consuming. And the information may not always be as accurate. It's not coming from one place. So we have onboarded with the credit bureau. I think we're the first credit union to be part of the credit bureau, which of course operates under the regulations of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. So just to say, this is no fly-by-night organization. So what the bureau does is that it collects information on individuals. Of course, if you're not borrowing, then there's no reason to have information on you. But actually, that may be an inaccuracy there. I'm sorry. Because there's another twist to this. So on your borrowing, your repayment, your borrowing history. So your patterns, basically. But because I said that, I also want to say, while you're not borrowing from utility companies, they're part of it because they have to do with your payment.
Right.
Yeah? How good you are or how bad you are at servicing your debts, basically. And so this is how they arrive at a score, which we call your credit rating.
Right.
So you either have a high credit rating or a low credit rating, and your high credit rating is good, your low credit rating is bad. You can find yourself somewhere in between, but it means that so a high credit rating would basically tell the lending institution, so ARISA, that you're a good borrower, you service your debts well, so you're a good candidate for a loan, basically.
Okay.
And a low credit rating will say the opposite, a low credit score. But it doesn't, as I said, it doesn't just have to do with loans. It has to do with, do you service your loans on time? Not just paying, but do you pay them on time?
Punctual.
You avoid missing payments. Do you keep your debt levels manageable? This is something we have spoken about already, and it comes down to honesty. Honesty in wants, yes, and you knowing what you can manage. So, for example, you may have taken a loan, and what you declared as your income is your salary. But you know that you have a quote-unquote side gig, right? So, in actual fact, you're thinking the side gig is going to cover this. You should be made to declare, or you should declare what because the side gig may be seasonal. What happens when that season is low? Or something can fall apart, something can go wrong. What about ill health? Whereas you may be paid by your regular job if you're not well. If you're doing a side gig, what happens then? So if you were dependent on that, it may make your payments late, it may make you default on a payment. Any of that can happen. And that would lead to your credit rating dropping.
Okay.
How about our utility companies? So you have a pay-by. You have a due date on all of the payment, on all the bills. And so service your debt on time is another way of ensuring that your credit score is high. Maintaining a good relationship with your financial institutions is key, because what if, as I said, life happens, so what if you're sick? You're unable you're unable to work, and maybe you're not getting all of your salary. Maybe you're not getting any salary. Depends on the length of the sickness. Sorry. And your relationship, your arrangements with your workplace, because workplaces have different arrangements. So if NIS doesn't kick in, or if when NIS kicks in it's at a lower amount, then you're managing...
Your serviceability is affected.
Yeah, because you're managing health bills as well. So here comes an additional burden on the purse that you didn't expect. So it's not business as usual. And when it's not business as usual, one of the first things you do is get in touch with your financial institution to say, these are my circumstances. How can you help? Yes?
Right.
And you work with your institution, as opposed to defaulting on the loan and having to go into delinquency, and somebody has to call to say what's happening here. Yeah? The other thing is to be, as we said before, to be honest when you approach your lending institution. So you come to ARISA and you'd like to build. So we were giving you the loan to build your house, but already you're making an arrangement to purchase the furniture on hire purchase. I'm sorry, I seem to be battling with a cough, folks. My apologies. That's unavoidable. And when you get to the point of doing that, so with ARISA, so you maxed out your
income.
Well, your debt payment, your debt servicing ability, right? You've reached to the maximum, and that's okay if there are no other debts elsewhere. Then you go to get credit elsewhere. Now maybe, and this is hypothetically speaking, okay, this is just a scenario. Maybe what you borrowed was for your repayment is over a 20-year period because you want to pay off your house quickly. So 20 years, 15 years. But when you take that hire purchase to furnish your house in the sum of maybe $70,000, because you're looking at everything from furniture to electronics and all of that, your debt servicing goes above that with which you're comfortable. So it makes you compromise your living there. You're choked.
Yeah, your living is a problem.
So your disposable income is not what it should be. And then something happens there. Like how things happen generally. Yeah. Something has to be done to the house. You've had new homes where some plumbing went wrong. Anything can happen. Like I said, let's use sickness as an example. Then there's no wiggle room there for you, and you go into default. Now, what you could have done is you probably could have taken a loan, or maybe we would give you the loan for the home and the furnishing, and stretch the payment over 30 years, over 25 years.
Extend the life of the loan.
As opposed to you doing. So wise borrowing will also see you not having a bad credit score.
Okay.
And so what we really want to do is avoid you having a bad credit score. But life happens, so what do you do if you already have a bad credit score?
That was going to be my next question. How do you fix it?
Yeah. Well, your utilities and so, obviously, you try to pay them on time. But as I said, you speak to your financial institution because you may be able to consolidate. So we very often talk about the Simplify loan, and here's where we go. It's not just a case of pushing a loan. We introduce the Simplify loan because of circumstances like these, so that you're not choked, financially choked. You want some more disposable income. You want to be able to service your debts, eat, sleep comfortably, and have that little bit in case. And most of all, save. So there are a whole number of things that you need to do, some of them which you don't. But you have to be able to save, service your debts, live comfortably, and have something there for a rainy day.
Right.
The saving is not the rainy day.
Yeah.
Rainy day is a different something. Yes?
We did all that before, yeah?
We did all that before, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what you can do is speak to us, and we try to see how we can make life less uncomfortable for you, so that you can have a simplified loan where you will be able to, because you have a little piece here and a little piece here and a little piece here, and this is what has stretched you and caused you to be unable to service the debts comfortably. So that's one way. Meanwhile, you may want to at least start servicing what is outstanding while you work with us to see how we can best get you to a point where your credit rating is better.
Okay. So, having said that, right, someone, as your colleague always says, life is lifing, and been through the process of life and end up in that spot where they've got bad credit. Okay? Bad credit. But they want to fix that. They can come to Ariza, and one of your financial technicians, as Herschel likes to call them, could sit with you and advise you on how to work within a given time frame to build your credit score gradually.
Well, that's what we're there for. It's not just to lend or to help you to save and get a good interest rate. It's about manageability and good financial advice. Notice we do a lot on financial literacy. Yes. So it's about having a healthy relationship with your finances. Sorry. So that we sit with you and help you along a path that's going to get you more comfortable.
Okay.
And take your credit rating, get your credit rating higher.
So it's safe to say that the higher your credit score, it's easier for you to make requests.
Yeah, it's easier for you to access a loan. It's a quicker time. The turnaround time would be quicker, and you may even get a more favorable interest rate.
Right.
Because
you have a track record. That's
you
good.
have a good track record.
Right.
You're a good borrower.
Okay. Now that's to me, from my financial knowledge, that augurs well. And I think it's a step in the right direction with the introduction of the credit bureau and credit scores. Because when someone comes to Ariza, let's say they come for financing, and in doing its due diligence, you have to do credit checks, and they tell you that up front. You know, we'd have to do a credit check. So in essence, they would call financial institutions and find out, hey, John Doe, what is John Doe? And whereas it might appear as a breach of confidentiality, it's not. It's within the ambit of financial.
Yes, it's all within the financial sector.
Yes,
and it's for your highest good, and it covers you and it covers the lender. It covers the borrower and the lender. The truth is, in the final analysis, you're the one who stands to benefit. It may be uncomfortable to begin with because your credit rating is low. What got you there? You can share that.
Let's fix it.
Whatever happens, but the point is getting you to fix it. And the bigger point is trying to get you to never get there.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So honesty from the beginning, manageability. As I said, manageability doesn't just mean servicing your debt. It means servicing the debt in a timely manner. And you wouldn't consider that you didn't think of the utility bills, but you have those.
Your debt is your debt.
You have lending institutions, so it's all of those that you service in full and on time, and that helps your credit rating.
So, as we wrap, it's safe for us to say that it is good to have a good or high credit score.
Yes.
However, not having a good or a high credit score is not the end of your financial life.
No.
You can come in to Ariza
and we can work
with you over a time period and get your credit score or rating favorable
while we get you more comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ariza has done it again.
Well, we try.
Yes.
We always try.
Thank you, Josephine, as always.
Thank you,
and I like this. I look at it on television, North America and so forth. They talk about your credit score and your credit score. Yeah, it's here now. Okay? It's no longer on the television. It's here now. So, folks, it's. I hope that you paid attention to all the information that we've shared on all our financial literacy programs that we've had. And you see how it ties back in?
It does.
Declaring honestly what is your... You know, sometimes, just by extension, you think that your situation is so bad that if I tell them the whole situation, they would deny me that loan.
Well, that's basically what it is, and then so you can get yourself into further trouble.
Yeah, so
into a deeper hole.
It's better that you come clean and say, listen, I've made a mess of it, all right, but I want to fix it. How can you walk along with me? And you also, as a person involved, have to take into consideration that you may not get what you want when you want it, but it's a process.
Yes.
And you have to work with the process.
That's basically what it is. You're welcome.
Have a great day.
And good day to everyone.
Keep smiling.
Yeah, I will.
Keep the shoulders up.
I will.
Folks, that's it for Money Wise this morning. I've been speaking with Josephine Walters, marketing representative from Ariza Credit Union. We take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this with the conversation. Don't you go anywhere.
Today's edition of MoneyWise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just EC $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Your life is yours, your future's in your hands. Your body is yours, that's why you need a plan. You gotta plan your family, avoid HIV, get the education from the Grenada Planned Parenthood Association.
We offer STI screening, gender-based violence counseling, prenatal and postnatal checks, injectables, condoms, pap smears, and other sexual reproductive services. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Pointe Street, St. George's. Whether male or female, it doesn't matter. We're here to make your life better.
Grenada Planned Parenthood Association.
For appointments, call 440-3341.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Hello, I'm leaving the house right now. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Life gets hectic. That's why I registered for myaccount.grenleg.com and chose paperless billing. It was simple. I went to the site and clicked sign up. I then tapped find my new account number, typed in my old number without the zeros at the front, and got my new account number instantly. The new account number is also in the app under the Balances tab or at the top of any recent Grenleg bill. I entered my new account number and the total amount due on my most recent bill, then filled out the profile information and subscription sections. They sent me an email to create a password and sign in. And finally, I signed up for paperless billing. And now, everything I need is in one place. Myaccounts.grenleg.com and paperless billing have really brought me peace of mind.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. As I hinted to you yesterday, I have with me in studio a former schoolmate from McDonald College, Mr. Jester Noel. He's a sports personality, sports fanatic, sports, everything sports. He's involved. Jester, good morning.
Good morning to you, Innocent, and good morning to your listeners and viewers of this very enlightening program you have on a daily basis, letting the nation know what's happening home and abroad.
You wonder how I do it, right?
That's good.
Yeah, I live for this.
Yes, and you speak about sports. Currently, I'm the chairman of the St. Patrick's Parish Sports Council. So
okay.
Yeah.
You're always that kind of person. But we're here this morning to talk primarily on a preschool, St. Patrick's preschool sports meet.
Yeah, athletics.
Tell us about this.
Well, ever since the St. Patrick Parish Sports Council come into fruition, that was one of the projects that we had on our books. And the idea came through one Mr. Hensley Jeffrey, who is also an executive member of that parish council.
Hensley?
He's there, man. He's there.
He retired now from teaching, right?
Yes, he retired from
Hensley,
teaching.
good morning.
Yeah. And we have taken it up because it's one, I should say, first of its kind in St. Patrick's. We thought it was really, really good to, what we say, like, Innocent, to baptize these children in the athletics faith.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Even from preschool.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So we decided to have for all the preschools in St. Patrick, and 8 of them, right? Talking about it's Hermitage, Monkridge, Snellhall, Shantimel, Sutters, Child Development, Riversally, Roseville, yeah.
Okay, 8 preschools.
8.
Okay. And you'd be surprised to know how exciting this preschool event will be.
Of course, Innocent, the sort of traction and thing that has picked up out there, the interest, from parents and many folks.
Because even I said that on the premise that even in secondary school events, parents are so into their children's performance that some of them run the entire course, the entire track with their students, with their children.
Yes, and when we came out there, some folks had shared some concern. They find that we shouldn't bring the event to 4. We probably should have used it in one of the smaller community grounds. But I'm glad we did not do that, Innocent, because when I looked at some of the individual preschool sports that took place, and not just the preschool, some of the primary school, it's really a problem with them. Parents getting onto the field, and it's hard to control their emotions.
And it's not because they're reckless and unruly, it's just a passion.
Yes, that's
passion,
exactly what, and that is difficult to control. So where we are going to further now, we will have some much more restriction taking place because of the wire fencing, and we already have spoken to the police as to where we would want certain police officers to be positioned so that we can control that. We don't want that sort of chaos.
So what's the exact date of the event?
That is tomorrow, God's will.
Right.
And it starts at 11 a.m. and the cutoff point is at 6 p.m.
Right, it's preschooler, so we can't go further than
exactly.
Okay. Just to deviate briefly, we've got a few moments. Years gone by, St. Patrick on a whole dominated athletics. We had the likes of, in my era that I remembered, Anthony Dog Charles. You too was a very great athlete. We had Kennedy Koto. We had Tima Gilbert.
Oh yes, Tima was a boss.
Yeah, Randall Bartholomew.
Yes.
But in recent times, I'm not seeing McDonald College and most of the schools from St. Patrick showing up so pronounced on the scoreboard in intercall and so forth. What do you think is the cause for the decline?
Well, I must say that the girls, there is a remarkable improvement in the girls' performance, because I remember back in my time, sometimes the girls hardly used to get off the mark at all. And it must be noted that McDonald College has won intercall 5 times in the boys' championship. But we have dropped a little bit, but the encouragement is there. I've seen some really brilliant flashes from some athletes. What I do believe is that we have to maybe start much earlier in preparing, and that is one thing I notice. I also would like to see the introduction of the hurdles, because if you realize some of the secondary schools, other secondary schools are into it. That's what I'm saying. So maybe that is one of the things that McDonald College will need to be looking into. They have to get into the hurdle so that we could accumulate points. Is important because we're not really forced into the hurdles as yet, I think that's something we need to
But I think the preschool sports meet is a good starting point to revive the athletics in St. Patrick.
Certainly.
From that stage, you get them in that competitive mode. So we look forward to that. I always think also that one of the things I would like to see, as a matter of fact, I pray for that financial blessing, that I could sponsor McDonald College for intercall for the sports season. The next cycle.
That will be very good, Innocent, because it's not easy to undergo this athletics program. It costs quite a lot, So I would love to hear much more past students of the school coming on board to support the school. You understand what I'm saying?
That's something that has been bubbling in me. As a matter of fact, I had a conversation with the principal, Mr. Andal, a couple years, maybe 2 or 3 years back, and I was hoping to do just that, but for some reason it didn't materialize. But it's high on my agenda, so I think the breakthrough will come, and I could say, okay, I'll sponsor McDonald College Athletics.
Yeah, that's really good, because it's quite a lot of expense that is involved when it comes to having to maintain and sustain these athletes and them. It's no easy
properly. I've been speaking with Coach Paul Phillip from St. David, and he was giving me an idea as to the cost for running, or the cost for maintaining an athlete, much less a school or a club. And it's costly. It's not joke business.
No.
It's serious if you want optimum from the athletes.
Yes. So that is why now I always urge these athletes to take their program very serious because, innocent, let's put it that way. Under ordinary circumstances, a student is no easy for a parent to find maybe over 500,000 US to finance a student out there on scholarship and thing. But sports is actually a vehicle to opportunities, especially when it comes to your education, you know. So don't see it merely again. Sports is not just merely you're playing for sports. Mm-hmm. It's a profession. Yeah, it's $1 billion industry. Yeah.
When you look at some of the footballers in Africa and so forth, you know,
that's almost every one of them dream to get into Europe to play. You know,
All right, well, Jester, I want to thank you for sharing with us this morning. As we wrap, reiterate for me the time the sport starts tomorrow.
It starts at 11 a.m. and the cutoff point is at 6 p.m. The committee has been working very hard, even up to last night. We had a meeting. I wasn't present because my meeting of the Grenada National Sports Council board meeting took precedence over the one last night, but the deputy, who is Mr. Hensley Jeffrey, and the rest of the team, they are continuing to dot the I's and cross the T's and to try and ensure that we have a resounding sports meet of all the preschools in St. Patrick's. So I urge people to turn out in the numbers and witness something historical.
Is there a cost for
there is a cost. Children would be $3 and adults you pay $5.
Okay. Yeah. That's a giveaway.
Yeah.
Next to free. Next to free, just support. All right, well, just I want to wish you and your organizing committee all the best, and subsequent to the meet, hopefully you can come back and tell us who are the standout athletes and who we can look forward to in the coming years and so forth, and any projections that you may have.
Yes, Innocent, thank you so very much. And it is always a pleasure to be here. And what I should tell you, it is incumbent upon you to keep up the speedy core of the good work of
Saltando Alta Petimas.
Yes. From the land of the leopards, we see kites.
Yes. Thank you very much, Jester. Okay, folks, that's it for the conversation. I know we're joining the BBC pronto.